Have you guys seen these new like AI renderings that have been coming out on Instagram? But there's one of Genghis Khan. Like
I've
he's an
seen
old,
these.
you know,
You're
yeah.
creating
It's like
histories. Yeah, it's like selfie mode. Like,
yeah,
yeah, it's meant. Have you seen the Trump and Elon one? Oh, it's so good.
to them. Like so, for the viewers, just in case I've not watched it. So there's like this AI rendering, so an AI video, and they could be like 30 seconds long, 60 seconds long, and it's Genghis Khan as if he's vlogging himself back in the day, pillaging millions and millions of people, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, just completely KO'd this whole town. Look at it," and it's like it's almost photorealistic, and it's really funny and it's entertaining to watch. And I was like, "That's interesting," because the cost of doing it is super cheap and it's marketing. If Genghis Khan was selling a product, that's quite a good way for him to get attention on him. So then I was going, okay, thinking of Beaumont and Partners and a bit of Ground Up as well, but particularly with Beaumont and Partners, where I vlog every week and people get to know the characters in the business and stuff like that. And I was like, for any business, for any sector, any industry, right? I think there's an opportunity here to essentially create a sitcom taking our characters from Bow Partners. We've got thinking of people like Kane and Jeff, our builder on site, who's like this grumpy old Geordie, like, "Oi lad, fuck off! Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." Like he's this stereotypical, like perfect character, almost like Gerald from Clarkson's Farm. And I'm like, you could create a sitcom with our characters, like still property developers, almost the same likeness of all of us and what we're like, but put into a sitcom scenario where it's all just drama and fake, and we'd render it in more of a CGI graphic rather than photorealism, so you can tell it's different. But then create a sitcom around the stereotypes and the things that people would find relatable and funny within our sector, so that you can almost position your brand as this entertainment kind of brand at the top of your sector, so in property as a media. And then that's like representative of actually the real life version. So you'd see the real vlog and the real people like performing the real task, growing the business, and then kind of like this side by side sitcom show that then plays in and leans into like, more dramatic like experiences and scenes and visuals and things that go on, and like there might be a building control visit that goes sideways, or all kinds of shit that you could paint, or dodgy training course gurus. And you could like, and it's so scalable. I'd only need like 2 people, I think, to run it. And I've already spoke to a few editor guys that I know are playing around with this software, and I'm like, I've got an idea here. And I think each sector, property, finance, think of any sector, could have like there could be a brand that leads like almost like a TV show format. Not necessarily an hour long. It might be split into short snippets and all this stuff that's relatable, but with the likeness of the brand, so that it's then representing your brand and growing your brand as well. And it's super scalable because it's almost a click of buttons. You just need a few staff to help do a bit of script writing and make sure that the edits are coming out the way you want them. What do you think of that? Because I think that's quite cool.
I'd watch the first episode. I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, it sounds like a cartoon basically, but
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Imagine Stuart as fucking like a South Park character. It'd be sick.
It would be a bit messy, but I mean, it's someone's interpretation of you that's creating that person. Like you're thinking of Kane and what's his name, your builder, so Jeff. The last one you done where he said you are my director, you can't direct traffic. I thought that was hilarious. When Dorian was up, I was watching that the other day. But yeah, I mean, it's as long as you've got someone who's showing you in the right light, and then you've got like IP issues. I'm thinking like, we're already talking about photos being used of us online, with permission, without permission, and that comes with a whole new world around it. So there is a load of things to think about. But yeah, in principle, it's fun, right? It's entertainment. Entertainment sells.
But also, it's like that. I think it's truly first mover, yeah. Because imagine I could do that like with Bow Partners. Just imagine, or imagine you could do that with Sky Lofts or whatever, and you could become like the entertaining brand that represents your sector by leaning into stereotypes and the things that people would just find funny and relatable, and then like everyone just knows that it's a nice, enjoyable little watch.
It's funny because when I just had Sky Lofts, I was trying to be very much corporate, very much professional. You're spending 80, 100 grand of your hard-earned money. I need it to be regimented and people need to trust us. With SW Homes, I had nothing to lose because it wasn't even meant to be anything. It was meant to be just a little holding company for a few HMOs as a side hustle that, like we've become quite good at it, and we want to take bigger risks now because it's just exciting to learn more about, what you're doing. But I could be more free with SW Homes because I don't really care what people think of me. People who want to invest with us invest because they trust what I'm about, and I like to think I'm an honest, ethical, good person. And so you want to sort of present that. But if you're a business that's doing something a bit more professional, I don't think it would apply. So there is a certain building type, and I think people buy other people, and if they're going to release 200, 300, 500 grand of their money, they're going to want to feel totally safe. And also the other fit for that is that if you're going to try and paint on a facade, already people can lie about who they are, and people lend people a load of money and then they pull the plug or go bust, or actually it was a big fake opinion, or a big fake facade of them anyway. So I think painting on AI on top of them and people not actually knowing what's real and what's not could exaggerate that and magnify it even worse.
This is what I said to the guys when I was sort of like throwing this idea around. I was like, it'd have to be a really clear distinguishment between like what's real and what's not. And I think that's easily overcome if you just make sure it remains a CGI graphic compared to like a photorealistic graphic.
That should become effectively law, because eventually over time you're not going to know what you're watching is real or not. And then if you've got people saying bad stuff, I totally love where it's going and I'm all for it. But I'm just constantly, as I'm getting older, I'm thinking about what are my kids going to know it to be real and what's not. And if they're starting to watch stuff and they're getting brainwashed like I am with Bitcoin, and brainwashed with other things in life, then it could turn really bad, because then you get civil wars and shit. So who knows?
Whoa, went from sitcom to civil wars.
But that's the upper end of the spectrum, right? It starts with a bit of light entertainment, but then someone will exaggerate what you're doing and make it, and to make it politically, empowering, and then it goes the other way.
So just like checking in on like Ryan's concept though, is like Ricky Gervais talks about like humor and how you could be watching a stand-up artist, right? And he could be saying gags line after line after line, but they're never as funny as if you're in a situation with your mate who you know so well, and then just one facial expression can send you both off. And the value of the relatability of being able to create cartoons of like yourself, or potentially like the people that tune in and watch, for an example, Robbie, he was saying to me he's got like he's written down like a few of the things that we've said over time that he absolutely loves, and it's where like we've made a joke between each other, and the people that are following us love that. They get so engaged with that. So I also talking about how you can like cartoon, the production of cartooning yourself is becoming a lot easier, but also I think actually probably more valuable, because it's going to be anyone can do it, and therefore, are we eventually going to be in a world where everyone's just creating their own like cartoons on the same storyline?
That's why I think you have to be the first mover and like have something about you to be the ones that people care about more. And as long as you're entertaining and funny, why would people not prefer you? Because you were the first kind of guys to do it. That nostalgia of watching TV shows like Friends could come back on again.
Exactly what I was going to say. It gives everyone the ability to create their own friends, their own actual friends storyboard. So that's what is allowing people. But it's not like you have to be a first mover, because you've got all these different YouTube characters that are coming out and people personalities. I mean, that's an infinite pool. And then the technology just allows people to get even more creative. And you could have a property development one, you could have a car one, you can have a finance one. It will all work in different sectors. I just think that different images of different companies will play a part on whether they value it.
Yeah, I think there's something in it, man. There's something scalable about it. Like with the marketing side, like you could grow your brand inadvertently without having to go to set, film a thing, be there yourself, get all your lighting rigs, all your shots, all your editing. Like it's just becoming a really easy transactional thing to do. Just click a few buttons on a screen and edit it, and then but do the scripting and the writing and get a coherent story together. That could be done by like one or two staff members without your time. Like it's nuts, and that could leverage your brand, and there's something in it. If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you go and subscribe to the Ground Up Podcast.